Good morning, everybody. Today I just want to make a video and I want to show you a few things that I found thrifting this morning. My son drives to school in the mornings now to get his time up to get his license, so I had to pop into a couple of shops, and I popped into the op shop or thrift store, which I don't do a lot of lately, but I did, and I just want to share with you what I got. Along with a few other things in this video as well. So, what I found with Susanna, who is Vintage Blend Studio, is doing a vintage sewing techniques project, and it goes for I think 9 months. And we do 1 page a month. Now I know this month is going to be cross stitch, and I don't have any of that cloth. I think it's Aida or something cloth. So when I was down there, I found this tiny little project pack. Now that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a cross stitch thong, which I would never do, but it's got a little piece of the Aida cloth in there, so I'm thinking I may be able to use it for my page. And although you see it's got this price on there, me and the lady there, we didn't know if it was $1 or $4, so she gave it to me for 50 cents, which is lovely, because I only want the cloth out of it. I do have a nice little, it's plastic little thing I could probably use at some stage, and a little bit of thread there. But this is what I want, and I was really hoping it wasn't printed on. Oh look, there's a needle as well. Oh yay, bonus. This little bit of Aida cloth, it's slightly discoloured, but I'm okay with that. And that will be perfect, I hope. If not, I'll just have to rummage around for something else. That'll be perfect for my project for this coming month. So I am going to, I'll put the needle over there and pop that into my bag, where I've got all my goodies for Susanna's project. So I have my little pouch in there, so I will put it in there nice and safe, get rid of that, and put that in my bag for when it's time to work on that. The next thing I found was actually she gave me this because it was out of the bin with all the fabric, but you get to fill a bag for a couple of dollars, and I didn't want to fill a bag. I just wanted this scrap of fabric, because look at all the green leaves and things that I can cut out on this and use in my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. That's what I was thinking of. There's this lovely piece here. It can be used as greenery, and because like I've said before, I don't have a lot of like patchwork type of fabrics or things you can cut things out of. So this was ideal. So I need to wash that. So that's not going in the bag yet, but that will be hopefully very useful for my greenery. The next thing I found was a lovely doily, and I love finding these doilies. I tend to wrap my journals. When I sell my journals, I tend to just wrap them in a nice doily when I send them off. So that will need washing as well. Sometimes they have little marks and things on, but that's just the way they come when they're old. I also found a top, just a lady's top, but it's got it reminds me of the Charleston, all the layers of fringing and things. It's got all this lace on it, and they're all the layers are separate and free, so I can cut those off, and they're quite lovely, aren't they? And that was only a couple of dollars too. I think it was $4. So that was excellent, and it's like, there's quite a lot of lace on there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers on there, so that was a really good find, and that will also go into the wash. And this I absolutely love. The next thing I found, this I think is a tea cozy or something like that. Isn't that beautiful stitched embroidery? And on it was this little tag, and it says Jacobean style embroidery one side was completed in 1945 and one side was completed in 1998. Isn't that lovely to know that? And this, oh, she's taken the tag off. This was $2. This was $2, and I looked at it and I thought, I cannot leave that behind. You know, it needs to be appreciated. I think it's absolutely beautiful. All the insides come out. No. All the inside, oh, that's pinned. Oh, it's stitched on, so I won't pull that too much. All the insides, for some reason, they come out. That's like padded. That one's padded as well. I'm presuming it was some sort of a cover. I'll pop that back there because I don't want to rip it or anything like that. But I doubt very much I will ever cut this up. This is completely, because I wanted to save it, and I love the flowers on it. I thought I can use them as inspiration. I can copy these flowers. You know, I can use them in different sizes and things like that. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the same on both sides, just done at different times. Over 50 years apart. So I think that's really lovely, and I'm so happy that I found that. That was inside of it, but I've kind of got the feeling it just doesn't, the quality on this is nowhere near as good as the quality on that. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it was just put in there to hold its shape or something like that. I'm not sure. But that was a lovely find, and it was only $2. And so somebody, you can see they've hand stitched the cording around the top. I just think it's lovely. It's really lovely. Anyway, I'm very happy with that little purchase. The next thing I wanted to share with you, I got that as well. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Now this is like a wine bottle coaster. It's got the cork in there, and it's, you know, it's nice. But I thought, wouldn't that make a lovely pin cushion as well, because it's really nice and heavy or something, you know, but I couldn't leave that behind. I love this sort of thing. It's very decorative and over the top, and I just, you know, it's nice. So I found that as well. The next thing is, it's a handy hint, or it's actually reusing things. Now, in my last video, I showed this little bag. I was trying to find ways of using this paper that I have, and I've got quite the little pile of it, if I can find it here somewhere. No, that's not it. I've got more than this, and I can definitely get more than this, but this is basically what I've got, and this has been ironed. It's slightly shiny on one side, and it's almost got a waxy feel on the other side. But what happens is, because I tried ironing it, and I found it stuck to things. So I was going to double the thickness of my paper bag, but I didn't need to, so I took it off. And if I feel that inside, it still has that waxy feel, but it's not sticking together. You know, I can go like that, and it doesn't stick together. So I showed that in my last video. And a lady by the name of Anne left a comment and said I should try it on the back of fabric, so that when I put it through the printer, it adds strength. Because you know how we all usually we get our sheet of photocopy paper, we put our glue stick on it, and we put our fabric on that, and we put that through the printer. Same sort of thing. So I thought, what a wonderful idea. Let me try. And so I tried sticking to some fabric, and yes, it sticks just enough. And when I peel it off, that will still stick again to something, but there's absolutely no residue left on the fabric. None at all. So it kind of, you're not getting that glue, you know. the messiness. You don't have to worry that you've got in the corners or anything. You just iron this on. It's like the fabric paper you can buy. But this is much more economical. Wait till you find out what this paper actually is. I tried it. I put it through the printer and it works perfectly. This fabric was only that wide, so that's why I've only done a small thing. I just trimmed it straight on one edge, fed it through the printer, and it printed perfectly. And this is on linen. And like you can see, that will peel off easy. There is absolutely no residue on there at all. And I can use this paper again and again and again, and it sticks. You want to know what that paper is? I'm going to put a photo up now. You'll probably laugh what it is, but I'm going to put a photo of it now anyway, because, anyway, here's the photo. Isn't that amazing? It's the packaging paper of toilet paper. The paper is actually recycled out of old paper, and now I'm reusing that recycled paper. Why, you might ask, am I keeping the paper from toilet rolls? Well, every time I would get a toilet roll out of the packet, I loved the sound of the paper. So I started at the end of, when it was all finished, when the packet was empty, I started cutting off all the plain bits without any printing on to see if I could use it in some way. And now that I know I can use it this way, I'm just going to keep the whole lot of it rather than just the plain pieces, because it doesn't matter if it's printed on, if I'm going to put it through the printer. So thank you so much, Anne, for bringing that to my attention. I'll put a link to Anne's channel in the description box below. I will definitely be using it for that. It worked fabulously. And I don't know if people can get that product where you are, but in Australia, in Coles, that's where I get it from. It's not expensive. That's why I buy that one. So just a nice little handy hint for you. Okay, now moving along. The next thing I want to show you is some bags that I received, some whisker. Now I have got another video up where I received some beautiful bags from Whisker, and once I'd done that, they asked me if I would like some more bags, and I thought, oh, free stuff is nice, isn't it? So I did. I got a couple. I asked for another one of these large bags. Sorry about the crinkles. These match the other two bags that I received. I got the dotted one, and I also got the one that had a harlequin kind of pattern. They do have, I think, there's another one they've got as well. It could be striped, but I wanted this one, the checkerboard one. And that's it. I only wanted the three. I think they're wonderful. I've got one for my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I've got one for Susanna's project that I'm doing. And I just wanted another one. And I'm sure I'll find something to put all this in, to use in this. It's a beautiful size bag. It's a large bag. And it has a flat bottom and a pocket inside. What I find when they're standing on the floor, rather than having the handles on either side like that, if I flip both handles over to one side, it closes the top of the bag so nothing can fall in, and it keeps everything nice and clean. So if both handles are on one side, it in effect closes the bag at the top. So it will sit there and everything stays nice and tidy. What I also got as well were a couple more of the little pouches, which I really like. Now, they didn't have any more floral ones they wanted, but I kind of wanted one to go with this bag here. So that will probably be that one there. I like the black and white with the little touch of red there. It's very pretty. They're very nice little bags. I'll just open the one for you to see. They are slightly padded. They have a zip at the top. They're waterproof inside. I think they're makeup pouches. They have a little gusset on the bottom there. They're makeup pouches, but you know, as crafters, we use all sorts of things for our storage. So I received 2 of those as well. Now they did say you could that I could have 5 items, and I chose 2 more bags that had a zipper top on them, but unfortunately they were so popular they were all sold out. So then I chose another 2 bags, and oh, they sent me this lovely bag. Just let me open it. Okay, they sent me this lovely bag as a gift, aside from the 5 items, because this is a zipper bag, and the ones that I wanted, they just didn't have. So I can show you what a zipper bag is like with this one. It's all lined inside, and I'm presuming waterproof. It has a zipper pocket inside as well. Fairly good size one, probably 4 by 6 inches little pocket. It has a flat bottom to the bag. It's very deep. It's a good size actually. Look at that. It's got a lamb on it. Isn't that sweet? What I thought I might do with this one is my daughter's coming down for a visit in March, and I haven't seen her since I think maybe August last year or something like that. So I might put a few little goodies in there for her, so she can have this lovely bag, because that's probably more to her style than it is to mine. But it's lovely that they sent me a zippered bag to show you what they were like. It has a lovely, nice, strong handle, and it's like a linen fabric on the back. What I did order, so thank you for that, Whisker. What I did order, though, when they didn't have the zipper bags that I wanted, and I'm sure they'll come back into stock, the ones I liked, but I don't know when. I actually ordered, I asked for 2 of these linen bags. Once again, just let me open them. They're like a, they're not, what is the word? I'll put it on the screen. And they're just printed on one side and the exact same image on the other side. They're a large bag, and they're not lined or anything like that. And they have these straps. I'm just trying to think what size that would be. Let's have a look, shall we? They are approximately 16 inches, which is about 40 centimetres, by probably the same or thereabouts, almost. 15 3/4. So about 41 centimetres by 40 centimetres. What I thought, being the crafter that I am, that's good fabric, isn't it? And these are not expensive bags at all. And back onto the subject of reusing things, the state I live in Australia is called Queensland, and Queensland has had a plastic bag ban for a few years now. We have to have our own bags for our grocery shopping or shopping at stores and things like that. You can buy plastic bags, but you can no longer get them free with your groceries and things like that. So I have a lot of bags because it's just the way our state here operates. Most people just have their own bags now. So I don't really need any more bags, as lovely as they are. I have so many shopping bags. But what I'm going to do with these is reuse the fabric. I thought these would make absolutely wonderful journal covers. They're nice and strong, the fabric. They're pretty. They're the kind of design I can use. I could quite easily, and they're double-sided, I could quite easily get 2, 3, maybe 4 journal covers out of one bag, plus a little bit extra to play with. And a lot of you may think, oh, why would you do that? Well, because rather than them sit in a cupboard not being used, I like to use things. And look at this one. It's absolutely beautiful for that sort of reason. Look how lovely it is. And it's a good sized piece of fabric. And you're getting 2 of them because you've got one on the front and one on the back. So that was my idea. I didn't need any more bags, but I can definitely use the fabric. And, you know, if you find something a little bit too bright, you can always put tulle or mesh over the top of it, or lace, to soften. I'm just trying to see what I've got here. You know, to soften it a little bit as well, just so it's not quite so bright. But that was my thought on using these 2 bags that I got from Whiskov. And I do appreciate that they sent them to me, but like I said, I love the black and white ones. I wanted those for a specific reason. But I have a lot of bags. I have a lot of bags. And so these will be used to make journal covers. And I'm sure they won't mind because they're absolutely beautiful. They're economical to buy if you're interested in buying some, even for that purpose. It's a nice thickness. It's almost got like a coating on the other side as well. It's a nice thickness to use for that. So I'll probably show in a video how I make journal covers using these bags. I think that would be a good video to make as well. So that's what I'm going to do with those 2. I'm going to, of course, utilize these for storage, and this beautiful, beautiful checkerboard bag, which will go with my other 2 flat bottom bags, will be used for my projects as well. And this one will be a lovely gift for my daughter. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a little bit of everything, wasn't it? I have been working on, I've started doing a little bit of the Journal of Stitchery. I had it was so hot on the weekend. Yeah, we won't even go into it. So thank you for stopping by today and watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one, which will probably be working on the Journal of Stitchery for this week. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Take care, everybody. Oh, and there's a coupon code in the description box below if you're interested in any of those bags from Whiskov. So take care, everybody. Bye.